This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
For the most high for that, you know?
Yes, shalom. Yes, I agree. And it's a discipline to do these things, to take care of ourselves, and to keep the faith. But as we continue to do this, we see the rewards, and we feel the love of the Most High, and we know that we must continue.
True that, man. True that. I was gonna give you a call the other day to find out. Did you get any feedback after you did that show over there in the UK?
It doesn't seem like we did, and I was very surprised because we did not get any feedback, not one, and I maybe later or something, but it was very strange. But not one person contacted us by email or by telephone.
Well, apparently the day after that show that you did, it was the talk of the town. You understand me? Everyone was talking about it and saying that they would get in touch and contact. So I don't know. That's a strange one for me as well.
Yes.
I'll have to have a look at that one and see what happened there. Yes,
very interesting. I don't understand it, but it's a strange event. However, I'm sure that in the future it would be different.
Right. Yeah, I think probably a lot of people may have misspelled your name or something like that. But we did have some text coming in. People were saying that they were spelling your name incorrectly. So next time we might have to put it out there, the spelling,
Yes.
Yes. So let me ask you. I got a newsletter. From you. I've been receiving newsletters from your website, and I think on a weekly basis. I think. Talk to me. What's the latest over there on your side? What's the latest? I know you were saying that there was some new virus, new disease spreading over there. What's the latest you have?
The problem is that there are multiple instances now of bacteria that have grown so strong that they have no antibiotics for them. And the CDC is very worried about this problem, and
control, right?
They don't know what to do about it because they're afraid that it's going to go mainstream, and when it goes mainstream, and everybody's going to be infected with these bacteria that make you sick in one day. And you go into a coma the next day, and within 7 days, you're dead. So with this kind of bacteria that's happening that they're trying to contain, they're warning people not to go into hospitals without wearing a mask. They're warning people not even to go to a hospital if possible. Don't visit any kind of a health care center, because that's where these things are spreading that could start to spread there. That's where they're getting their cases that they have, 20 or 30 so far, which and they're trying to contain it. And but the problem is there are multiple, just multiple of these bacterias, different types that are affecting various groups of people and so forth. So the main thing is to know what to do about it, and so that's where we are talking about the acidophilus to keep your friendly bacteria, the normal bacteria, the healthy colon contains friendly bacteria, about 85% lactobacillus and about 15% coliform bacteria, which is the friendly bacteria flora found in yogurt. And it's essential to the digestive system, but it's being wiped out. It's being wiped out by people who have been into the hospital and they had an antibiotic because they had surgery or they had something and the doctor gave them an antibiotic. Then they go home and this antibiotic has killed off all their friendly bacteria. So then along comes this bad bacteria and is able to kill these people within a week because it's able to infect them. So the secret then is to make sure that you're getting some acidophilus bacteria powder, and every day you're having at least a half a teaspoon. If a lot of things are going on, have a half a teaspoon of this powder in the morning, a half a teaspoon of the powder at night, and you keep your friendly bacteria in balance, and that can overwhelm bad bacteria. Then a person, yes.
Acidophilus?
Acidophilus, 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 the friendly bacteria that if you don't have it, then there's bloating, flatulence, constipation, malabsorption of nutrients, and all of which may lead to an overgrowth of the unfriendly bacteria till you have Candida albicans, which is a fungus on the feet and all over the body, having fungal problems. So the acidophilus, it's taken as a dietary supplement, may help to detoxify and to rebuild the balanced intestinal flora, and it's used to defend against Candida albicans. So the acidophilus aids in digestion, helps to replace the friendly intestinal flora that you're supposed to have there. So very important to know, especially for anybody who's had any kind of an antibiotic, because if you've had a recent antibiotic, it's left you defenseless, and a lot of people start coming down with colds and flus, and they don't feel very good because they have no defense. So this is very important. Then let's say that if somebody's very unfortunate and they would get this terrible bacteria and they start to feeling bad, well, that's when you would take about 3 12-ounce glasses of colloidal silver water 3 times a day for at least 3 or 4 days, and that will destroy the unfriendly bacteria, or if it's a virus, or if it's a fungus. What it does is that colloidal silver water attaches itself to the bad cell and penetrates that cell, disables the oxygen, and that cell dies and never builds up an immune system that works every single time, and it doesn't harm our good cells. So that's colloidal silver water. That's what the Lord has provided naturally. That's a natural substance that was very expensive at the turn of the century, but now there's this little box that you can buy for $79.95 and make all the colloidal silver water that you want, gallons and gallons and gallons of it. And when you think about that, you know that if you went to the health food store, a quart of colloidal silver water is worth about $40 or $50. So if it's $40 and you got 4 quarts to a gallon, that's $160 a gallon, and this little box comes complete with everything and will make thousands and thousands of gallons of colloidal silver water that are extremely valuable, especially in bad times. And if we were unlucky enough to have to go to a foreign country where we weren't used to the water and everything there, then maybe then you can sterilize that water. You put those silver rods from that little box, they call it a generator, and you put that down into a glass of water, and in 10 or 15 minutes you have a glass of colloidal silver water. If you put it down into a gallon of distilled water, then you have a gallon of colloidal silver water in 40 minutes. And if you want a really super strong batch of colloidal silver water, then you clean off the rods, put the rods back down in the colloidal silver water, and go for another 40 minutes, and then you have an extremely powerful batch of colloidal silver water, which really isn't that necessary, but because 10 parts per million of colloidal silver water in solution will kill any bacteria, fungus, or virus that exists. So those are the two main things in the end times that we need to know about, because we've got these bacteria coming against us that they're worried about, and this is the answer: the acidophilus, the colloidal silver water, and then of course number one always prayer. Faith in the Most High, and following in the footsteps of Yeshua. Now we're on the right track, and then we're doing these kinds of things, and if we want to build ourselves up against these things, then we can take a gland rejuvenator, and we can take it. And if there's allergies, we can take an allergies relief herbal combination of herbs, that has bayberry and echinacea and wild cherry bark and yarrow, golden seal root, and cayenne. That's an allergies formula. You can get it in a liquid tincture, and a 1 ounce bottle, around $10 for something like that. But these are the things, especially in the allergy season now. People are needing these allergy relief formulas and the little bottles of tinctures of hay fever formula. And taking extra calcium and magnesium, well, that's one of the main nutrients that your body is craving all the time. So we call it nice bones, because it's going to keep the bones healthy. But all of these things, MSM powder and bee pollen and all of these kinds of things are provided by the Lord. And if we were unfortunate enough to get a fungus in the intestines or so forth, then there's lots of things besides the colloidal silver water. There's grapeseed extract, which is grapefruit seed. Citrus paradise is its botanical name, and it works against viruses and bacteria and fungi. So here's something topically and internally that will help to get rid of molds and parasites and E. coli and strep and staph and salmonella and other disease-causing germs. So people need to know about these wonderful God-given things like grapefruit seed. This concentrate is useful for a wide variety of ailments. Internally, and including candida infections and sore throats and intestinal upset and all those kinds of things. And it may also be used for purifying drinking water. So that's a good thing to know. You can purify drinking water with grapefruit seed citrus extract. When you're camping, or if you're traveling to foreign countries, you're not sure, and maybe you haven't unpacked your colloidal silver generator yet, but it may be used as a surface disinfectant, just like colloidal silver water is a surface disinfectant, which is better than bleach or ammonia-based products. So all of these things are nice to know about, and that's what we want to do, is we want to know about these kinds of things, because the doctors are going to give you more antibiotics, and they're going to give you this drug to counteract that drug to counteract the other drug until you're dead. and that's what they're doing. And so, yes, sir, go ahead.
I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to open up the call line
Yes,
and take a few callers real quick
very good.
while we wait for the other guests to make his way to the studio. All right, we're going to take some calls real quick. Let me go over to the 904 area. We have Olivia. Hello, Shalom. Welcome.
Shalom, Olivia. How can I be helpful? What is your question?
I had a question about I don't know how you pronounce the good bacteria that you just said. Is that okay to take while you're pregnant?
Yes, yes, it is. It's quite safe because it's just giving you more of the friendly bacteria and the acidophilus, and yes, it's because it's naturally present there or should be. And if it isn't, then that's when you have all these problems. So yes, it is very safe to take during pregnancy.
Okay, and just another thing, I ordered a few bitter herbs. Hold on, let me get that actually, because I don't know how to pronounce one of them. I just wanted to make sure it's okay for me to take while I'm pregnant, because some of the doctors will tell you don't take these bitter herbs because it had alcohol in it. It's the burdock root, single extract, and the echinacea.
The echinacea.
Also, echinacea, yeah, sorry. And the astragalus.
And astragalus and burdock root.
Astragalus root, yeah.
Right. And so those were the three. Were there more?
No, that was it. And then I got
those
the
three.
super green food with herbs.
I'm sorry, and what?
I got the super green food.
Oh yeah, that's going to be great for you. That's going to really nourish you and be wonderful for you. Yes.
I'm sorry. I have the I spoke to you before. I have the root beef strep. So your granddaughter I spoke to, Brittany.
Yes.
I mean, that this should be fine, but the doctors. I just wanted to make sure. So don't tell you not to take that.
Yeah, no, there's no problem with that because you're not taking it in large doses anyway of those three herbs, which are immune system boosters.
Okay.
They're safe to take. What is your dosage that you're taking on those?
Just 6 to 12 drops.
Yes, no problem whatsoever.
I guess half of the dose.
Yeah, no problem. If you were dosing in doses of teaspoons to tablespoons, I would be concerned. But 6 to 12 drops is just prophylactic. It's just going to help to keep you healthy, and it's at this point it's acting more homeopathically at that dose. So it's very mild and very light, so I'm not worried whatsoever. And the acidophilus is so safe, and then the green foods, so nourishing and detoxifying for you and the baby in a very mild and nourishing way. So I think you're doing great. How old is the baby?
I'm actually pregnant. I'm about almost 7 months pregnant, but I had the root beef strep with my first daughter. So she told me to take those, I guess, every day. And then at 32 weeks, she said that I could take a full teaspoon of the two. I think it was and how do you pronounce it?
Echinacea. Yeah, echinacea. Yes.
And the burdock. She said I could take a full teaspoon of that. But I guess these doctors just don't want you to take anything healthy.
Well, yeah.
They'll tell you.
Because they don't understand it. So if they don't understand it, and it doesn't fit with their drug education, then it is something that they just don't understand. Now, are you taking the herbs, an herbal tea like the 37th week pregnancy tea? Are you taking that?
No, I didn't know about that one.
Okay, you want to be sure and find out, because that's going to make for an easier delivery because of the red raspberry.
She had a C-section. That's the only thing I was asking. She also referred me to this cream I have. It's an oil.
Yes.
I'm sorry, because that's what I've been having problems with. Like, it's hurting me for my the incision that I had for my C-section.
Yes.
So she told me to just use this. It's a pink grapefruit organic tummy rub.
Yes.
That should help with the pain, but it's just like I know a lot of women complain of the stretching from the scar.
Yes.
So I guess as the baby stretches, I'm just like hoping that, you know, I don't know if I could be healed from the C-section, but I'm like, I really don't want to have another one because it was very painful.
That's right. Well, that's why I'm thinking you should find out about the number 4100. Number 4100. Number 4100. 37th week pregnancy T. You might give them a call there. They're still open there at 541.
That's your office, right?
Yeah, the office there. What is it? 541. I'm trying to think now. I don't have it in front of me. Just a minute. I'll give you the right telephone number. It's funny how I can't think of that. It's the.
Real quick, it's for the 4100. You said, right?
Yeah. Well, the 541-791-8400 is the number I'm trying to say. That's 541-791-8400 extension 0, and ask them about that 37th week pregnancy T, and I'm sure they're going to be able to answer your questions there. But that because I think it would be a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question for me?
No, that's it. I don't want to take up the time, so thank you.
All right. I'll lift you up to the Most High.
Brittany your granddaughter has my contact, so I'll just speak to her again.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Do you have her telephone number? The number to reach her?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can dial 503-990-8337.
8337?
Yeah, 503-990-8337. Or either to reach Brittany or call the office and they'll give you they'll put you in contact with her.
Alrighty, and thank you again, you guys.
Okay, God bless you. Shalom.
Alright, thank you. Shalom. Have a good evening.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.